My name's Andrew.
Hey, Andrew.
So, if we start with a pig, I'm just gonna go with my pencil because that's what we'll need today. I'm just gonna draw a circle, and it's okay if it's a bit messy like mine, and it doesn't have to be perfectly round.
Oh.
So just start with a circle, and this will be for the pig's head.
P.
And then right below the head like this, we can draw this kind of rounded rectangle shape, and this will be one of the pig's legs. And then we'll connect it with a line here to kind of make the rest of the body. Now we'll do the same thing as before for another leg. And then we'll connect it to the top of this circle right here. This is kind of the outline for a pig's body. So what we're gonna do next is we're gonna give the pig his little nose. We're gonna go in and draw another circle. This one looks more oval shaped. And we're gonna do two black circles there.
That's really easy.
And then we're gonna draw some eyes, and for eyes, it's just two little dots. This. And then here we have the pig's face, and of course he needs some ears.
Yep.
Pigs have these little floppy ears. So I'm gonna draw a triangle with a little like rectangle attached to it. And I'll do that on both sides. Like that. And then of course our pig needs a curly tail, so at the end of his body right here, I'm just gonna draw a curly little line like that. And then after that, just behind his leg, we're gonna draw another little rectangle, and we'll do the same thing. The other one, so that he has 4 legs, because pigs typically have 4 instead of 2. And so now our pig's coming together a little bit, and we can give them some details. So pigs typically have this little like hoof kind of for a foot. So for that, I'm just going to draw a line at the very end of his leg. Just like that. So those will be his little feet. And then sometimes pigs have spots. You don't have to do this if you don't want to, but for my pig, I'll go ahead and give him a little splotchy design on him, because not all pigs are just pink. Okay. And that's our pig. And of course our pig has hearts with him. So for the hearts, we're just gonna draw 2 little long semicircles and connect them like that. Once we're done here, we gotta give something else to our pig because he's just not alone in space, right? So if we want, we can even add a little farm for him to live. So I'm just gonna start by drawing some grass beneath the pig. And we're just gonna do this with some really bendy triangles in a bunch of different shapes. So here's our little patch of grass for our pig. And right over here, I think, we're gonna start with drawing this really big square like this. And it's gonna be smaller than the pig because it's gonna look farther away. And this is kind of the base of our little barn. So the top of a barn has this rounded triangle shape to it. So we'll draw that on top of our square. And then to make it look a bit more 3D, I'm just gonna add some lines at the top so you can kind of see the roof of this barn. And so barns are just this giant kind of cube. So we're gonna add some details like another rectangle here, or square, and these will be the start of our barn doors. And so barn doors have like this X shape on them. And so we'll just draw two thin lines intersecting each other. These will be the doors. And then of course we have to have a window, so we can draw a big circle to be our barn window with a cross in the middle to kind of be the window frame, like that. And of course, we can draw some lines on the roof just to make it look like it's made out of hay, if that makes sense. Some really old-fashioned barns kind of look like that. So we'll just draw some lines like that. And there we kind of have a start to our barn. For our cake, I'll just put it on a little picnic blanket here for our pig. So just below our pig, I'm going to draw a square for a rectangle, that. And then right in the middle, we can draw a circle. And if you want, you can erase it, some of the lines, just to give yourself some space. You don't have to. But I'm just gonna draw a circle, just a tiny little oval there. And then two lines down the middle, and then another line connecting it. So it's a cylinder. And we'll give it some cool swirly decorations on the bottom, kind of like that. And we can add a little triangle at the top, make it look more like a cake. And then we'll add a plate beneath it just by drawing another circle. And if we wanted, we can even add some detail to the picnic blanket and make it look like it was tied up at the sides. If we wanted, we could also draw some flowers for our pig. So just right where around the picnic blanket is, I'm gonna draw a circle. And the same shapes we did for the little knots on the picnic blanket. And we'll draw these all around the circle, and these will be our petals. And there we have a flower, and just add a little line for a stem. And we can add as many of these as we want. And then we gotta show that these flowers in the picnic blanket is in the grass. So we're just gonna add some more grass like we did up there, the pig, just below with the flowers. Just to make it seem like a little grassy area. A house, for sure. I'll add a house right next to my little barn here. And on this side, I'm just gonna add some more grass really quickly. And I'm gonna draw a tree because apples come from trees.
Yeah.
To do that, I'm gonna start with this big wobbly line. And I'm gonna draw another one next to it. And this will be our tree trunk. And then connected to these lines, I'm gonna draw some other squiggly lines, and these will be our tree branches. So now that we have our tree branches, we're gonna go in, and around our tree, we're just gonna draw almost as if we're drawing a cloud around it. these really puffy, rounded lines. And those will be the leaves. We can also draw little individual leaves. And then finally, we will draw a little circle with a rectangle coming out of it, the leaf, and these will be our apples. And we can draw these all over the trees. We can even draw an apple on the ground, showing that it kind of fell from the tree, so it's ready for the pig to eat. And if we wanted, we could even add more detail by just adding some lines on the tree.
Go ahead and start color.
Go ahead and start coloring for sure. I think I will go ahead and start coloring some flowers and grass because it takes up a lot of our picture here.
Are you adding more green?
I'm adding yellow actually.
Yellow?
Yeah, because sometimes grass has a little hint of yellow in it.
It looks like he has a worried face.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. Can I write my name?
Yeah, write your name.
Yeah.
That way, when you're famous, then people know who drew it.
Yeah.
I wish my room had a tree in it.
Me too. Oh, it's raining?
It is.
I knew it. Thank you for teaching me.